Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave. With me, your one and only solo host, Dave Canyon. Hello, dum-dums. Welcome to the fastest podcast on earth as we travel in my Kia Rio on the New York State Thruway. I am on my way into work today. Today, I'm going to remind myself, today being Tuesday, October 11th, it is 4:23 p.m., of course, Eastern Time. And, this is the fastest podcast on earth, where I'll be traveling right now. Well, I got to back off a little bit. I'm doing about 81, 82 miles an hour. I'm just going with the flow of the traffic. I'm not even trying to take the lead. Sometimes you go with the flow, and they're going pretty quickly. But I just backed it down to 80. So, whatever. If there's 5 or 6 cars in front of me, and they're all going 80, folks, I think it's my right to go 80. My right. But if they're going 80, I'm going 80. If they're going 75, I'll go 75. But if I'm in a pack of cars, I'm not like deep in a pack, not like NASCAR. I'm like at the back end. The left lane seems to be passing the right lane a little bit, but that's the way it goes out here in the New York State Thruway. If people are traveling at a certain speed, it makes sense to go with them. It also makes sense to not go with them. You could be very disciplined and say, you know what, I'm going to sit here in the right lane because the left lane is only for passing, the right lane is not for passing, and just say, I'm just going to sit here and do the speed limit, which is usually, it's set at 65, but most of the time, I'm doing pretty good at 75. But just now, and sometimes it'll go in brief spurts, like for a minute or two, we'll all do 80, and then for some reason it all backs down to 70 or 75. Usually not much less than 75. And the New York State troopers seem to be willing to give you 10 miles an hour, sometimes even more, like 13 miles an hour up to 78. So 80, 82, that's pushing it. But you know what? I sit here with my foot on the gas. I don't know if you can hear the difference. All right, I don't know what you hear. So this is the sound of the ambient sound. Is that what it's called? The ambient sound of, let's say, 82 right now. Let's say allegedly I'm doing 82. All right. Actually, I got to find a safe place to do it, because if you back down too much, you're going to get run over out here because people are dying to get past you. I am in the left lane. All right. Let me see if I can pass one more car. And this is not what the show is about, folks. This show is about talking about current events, pop culture, social things. But I also do this show at I just wing it. I just hit the record button, and I only know like 1 or 2 things I think I'm going to say this particular episode. But most episodes I wing it, and this, if not all episodes. And this is episode 32. I don't have a name for it yet. All right, I'm a little distracted, so I'm trying to find a safe spot. All right, so I'm going to pull over to the right lane. So we've been doing 80. All right, so now I'm signaling over to the right lane. Let's slow this baby down. How slow can we go before I get run over? All right, so I'm down to 75. So listen for the ambient sound. Is it quieter at 75? It's really hard to do 75. Everybody's creeping up on me. Can I get down to 70? Oh, if I go down to 70. All right, now, seeing the guy behind me, he's already got in the left lane. He's going to pass me. So how does that sound? Oh, hold on. How does that sound at 70? All right, give you a couple of seconds to take that in. Oh, so now everybody's decided to pass me in the left lane. Let's try to slow it down to 65. These are things I should already know, right? Well, that was 70. What is that? Okay, this is 65. How does this podcast sound at 65? Well, I can't really hit it. I'm doing 66. I can see everything south of me about to run me over. I'll get better gas mileage this way, that's for sure. It's so hard to say 65. I put my foot on the pedal, it goes up to 66. All right, so there's 62. All right, so take that in for a couple of seconds. Here's 65. All right, so now you have your samples. I have my samples of anything between 65 and 82, allegedly, it sounded like. So I'm gonna put my foot back on the pedal. I feel like I almost have to drive barefoot, because just the weight of the shoe seems to make this car want to go over 80 miles an hour. And these auto manufacturers, they have really made these cars ride so well, it doesn't take much. What is your feeling? You can email me at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. Right here at the top of the show. Pause the show, go to your email client or your email server, whatever they call it, and Gmail or Yahoo Mail, whatever it is. You still use Hotmail? Anybody still using Hotmail? And tell me what you think of the sound at the different speeds, or anything you want to talk about, or anything about the show. That's Dumbing It Down with a B, Dumbing It Down with Dave at yahoo.com. I'm also on Twitter at dumbwithdave.com. And today's mileage report here, my Kia Rio, 2008 Kia Rio, as we adjust our speed back up to a much more productive speed, not AAA rated or safe speed or New York State Thruway legal speed. Now everyone's doing 85 again. It's just ridiculous. It looks like one guy is going up to doing 90. He's like pulling away from the 85 pack. You know, it's just amazing. But it feels safe. It doesn't feel dangerous. I'm scanning the road left to right. I'm looking for the wild animals, looking for debris. I'm more than 3 seconds. In fact, now I'm the only one in the left lane, which is not where you want to be when you're doing over 80 miles an hour, allegedly. You don't want to be the only guy out there pissing off and disrespecting the state troopers. That's how I see it. That doesn't mean they're not going to write you a ticket. But I'm way more than 3 seconds behind the guy in front of me. Right now, there is no guy in front of me. I'm alone here in the left lane. And I'm repassing the people who passed me when I was experimenting with slower speeds. But today's mileage report for the 2008 Kia Rio LX that I have is brought to you by Pipe Dream. Pipe Dream, the internet radio comedy show. Internet radio, is that what they call it? Internet radio comedy show, brought to you from the guys at Comedy Pipe. ComedyPipe.com is the website. The last show, I kind of said it in a very Italian way. It sounded like Comedy Pipe. It's not Comedy Pipe Dream, Comedy Pipe.com. It's ComedyPipe.com. And the show that they produce is Pipe Dream. It's a live comedy show. It's for about an hour. They have a special guest every week. Sometimes people call in and do all the different things, but it's Pipe Dream. And anywhere you are in the world, if it's Wednesday at 8 o'clock in New York State, it is time for Pipe Dream, and it's live. So check out 3D, Jefferson, and Joe Green. Those three guys, mostly one guy talks, two guys laugh and listen and laugh. Sometimes two guys talk. It's a whole combination of different people talking and listening and laughing. That's what comedy talk shows are. They talk, they laugh. They listen, they talk, they laugh. It's a whole bunch of combinations of different things, all for the purposes of entertaining you, the listener. Okay, so there you go. So, did I say the mileage? 217,307. 217,307. And the reason why we have a mileage report is because I'm doing this Dumbcast for my Kia Rio. Most people don't do podcasts from their car. I do, and I'm traveling. This is Tuesday. I'm on my way into work, and Sunday is probably the next day I do a podcast on my way home from work, and I'll be really exhausted then, because that'll be 5 days in a row, 80 hours of work and commute, and I'll be beat. It'll be interesting to see what I have to talk about 5 days from now. I'm kind of curious what I'm going to talk about in this podcast on my first day going back. I never really know. All right, so there's your mileage report, and every week it goes up another 500 or so. So if you're keeping track, 217,307. Thank you, Pipe Dream and Comedy Pipe, for helping bring that information to the masses, which is really one person right now with my buddy Mark who listens. And thank you, Mark, for listening. Feel free to email me, Mark, at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. He's going to email saying, you spent too much time repeating the email address and Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Dumb with Dave. He doesn't really talk like that. That's how I hear everybody. So my Twitter is at @dumbwithdave. And the website is dumbingitdownwithdave.com. So you can get all. I've finally caught up. I've updated I've uploaded every episode, or embedded or something. Embedded every episode from my Spreaker account to my Dumbing It Down with Dave website. And I think I got carpal tunnel doing it. It's not that hard to do. It's just a lot of little steps, and it's annoying. I really wish I could just pay somebody. I value the thought of a producer. A producer assistant. There you go. If you're listening to the show and you're a producer assistant type of person, you want to make a little money, contact me. and all the information I've given out, let's see if we could make a connection here. I would love to pay somebody to do all this stuff for me. I have no desire to do it. I just don't have time. So it's a little frustrating. All right. So that's it. That's all the niceties and stuff. All the dumbness you can handle. Some other shows call it niceties, salutations. I'll call it dumbness. That's all the dumbness that we have for today. I have no special guest to announce. I have no news to announce. I have nothing to announce. I'm just doing another dumbcast here. Other shows call it a podcast. Sometimes I will refer to this as a podcast, podcasting, or I'll refer to it as a dumbcast and dumbcasting. Right now, this show is a dumbcast, and it's being dumbcasted. That's my thing. D-U-M-B. Dumb. Because I don't profess to be smart and know things like those guys at ESPN, which is one of the reasons why I don't watch ESPN anymore. Because there was once upon a time where I was a bit of a sports fan, not the type of guy that would do fantasy football and all that. Whatever. All that stuff. I don't have any paraphernalia in my house from a sports team. I don't have any clothing, hats, jackets. I'm not emotionally invested in any sports team or NASCAR team or anything like that. I just like to watch it sometimes, and when I have nothing else to do, which is never anymore. I always have something else to do. So I basically don't participate anymore in any of that unless I get free tickets or something like that. But when I used to watch ESPN, it was good. Highlights. I like the highlights. Good. Top 10, top 5. Here's the scores. Here's the winning plays. Exciting. They're going to edit it down for you, which is great for me. I get a whole day and night's worth of sports in an hour. But the problem is, a lot of those guys, and not just the guys that you don't like, but all the guys that everybody loves. What's his name? Stuart Scott? Didn't he pass away? Whatever. They're also, what's the word? I'm going to say swarmy, but they're not swarmy. I don't know if that's the word. They're so smug with their Ivy League educations and their attitudes. Not that they have bad attitudes. You know what? I'm not coming out of this looking good right now. I'm coming out of this looking stupid. It was just too much. I felt over intelligence. And see, none of this is going to sound good. I don't like shows that insult my intelligence. I'm always complaining about sitcoms and television shows that insult my intelligence. But I felt like the ESPN that I was watching for a couple of years was just too much. It's sports. Calm down. Now, on the other hand, I don't like these other guys I hear locally on the radio here in the Hudson Valley. One guy's name is Buzzsaw. The other guy's name is Coach. And of course, they sound like this. Hey, this is how it sounds on the radio. Oh, this is Joe Schmo, and I'm playing rock and roll for you. All the classic hits here on Classic 101.1, and now sports with Coach or Buzzsaw. All right, Coach, take it away. Hey, how you doing? This is Coach. Yeah, this is Buzzsaw. Yeah, I got the scratchy voice because I scream at sports. But this is how I show you that, I'm not a scientist that's involved in thermonuclear medicine and astronomy and astrology. I'm a sports guy. I go to games and I yell. The Jets, Jets. That's what you get around here. Every guy on the radio that's involved in sports has a scratchy throat. That's a thing. That's a prerequisite to being a sportscaster or announcer or the sports guy on any morning zoo or whatever radio show. You got to have a scratchy voice. No, not everybody has a scratchy voice. It's just a couple of guys here in the Hudson Valley. So I don't like guys with scratchy voices. It's annoying. Burrell. There was a guy on Sirius years ago. Burrell was his name, I think. Burrell with sports. Oh my God! Between his fake beer pouring sound, he said, "Hey, you want a cold one? I'll pour you a cold one." Actually, I'm doing an old man right now. I guess I'm too congested to do Burrell and these other guys, but it's that typical sports voice where the guy goes to 20 football games in a day and yells at every team. He would have the sound effect where he would pull a can of a beer, a beer tab, whatever they call it, and then you hear like that, and then you hear the sound of the pouring of the beer. Like, oh, hey, Burrell, can you pour me a cold one? There you go, buddy. Ay, ay, ay. The guy's pouring beers, virtual beers for everybody. I couldn't stand it. It was just like, you guys know this is virtual beer? It's not real beer. If you want beer, just pour yourself a beer. What are you doing pouring virtual beer? Oh, whatever. Why don't you have Burrell play the sound of a virtual woman telling you how handsome you are and how huge your penis is? That's what I would want played. Hey Burrell, can you bring the virtual woman out here? I want to hear positive things about me. Sure, Dave. I'm going to do it right now. Hi, Dave. Now it sounds like a tranny. Hi, Dave. You're really handsome. And your penis is huge. Oh, my God. I'm congested. I can't hear a thing in my ears right now. All right, so I don't like local sportscasters. I don't know why I'm picking on them, the local radio guys. Where was I with all this? Doesn't matter. I lost my head. Hey, if I remember, I'll go back. It was nothing important. Going back to, so ESPN, they got too smart, and they like to say go yard. When they were doing baseball highlights, everybody was either going yard or en fuego, which means on fire. Going yard is not really a thing. It's just the dopey ESPN. Well, whatever. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to profess to know what it is. It's just that you hit a home run. Oh, he went yard. Oh, you mean like baseball yard? Like the yard? Like Camden yard? Like, what do you mean go yard? I mean, I know it's a home run, but why can't you just say you hit a home run? Oh, look at that home run. Oh, that's a long home run. Wow, that home run went into the second level. Oh, it's in the mezzanine. Oh, look at that guy. He almost caught it. Oh, that guy got hit in the head. Oh, look, that home run here, that went into the parking lot, broke a window in a car. Yeah, I get it. It's a home run. That's all you need to say. Oh, it went yard. Ugh. The repetition of that, going yard. Oh, like everybody said it. I wish I could record all those shows and play all different clips of every guy on that station all saying going yard, and the women too. So I used to watch it at the gym when I was like on the treadmill. Then I had to stop. It just got to be so much. En fuego, on fire. Oh, look at that. He's en fuego. Well, he's on fire. Let's just say he's on fire. Oh, he's en fuego. Oh, he's got a great streak going. He's on fire. Yeah, okay, I get it. En fuego. I mean, if you're going to do Spanish translation, then just talk Spanish or Mexican or whatever it is that you're talking. Harmon Killebrew, en fuego. Harmon Killebrew, by the way. What a reference. So, I don't like all that. Okay. Anyway, before I left the house, I was watching the news a little bit, and not a lot of it, just a little bit. And apparently, those Samsung 7s. I don't know. You guys know better than me. The Notes, Samsung Note 7, Galaxy Note 7. I don't know. Whatever Samsung makes, those phones that are going on fire, they blow up with the battery. So they had to recall them, and then they said, "Oh, we're going to make a replacement phone." So apparently, I just heard on the news that the replacement phones are going on fire. They blow up. They somehow successfully reproduced a phone that was recalled a second time, and now they're still blowing up. And I guess it's the only phone in the world. I don't know what they're doing that makes phones blow up, but it's really funny. I think it's really hilarious that Samsung makes all these other. Wouldn't it be great if people's houses, not because of phones, like washing machines just started blowing up? Like we find out it's like an ISIS hacker or something. Somebody like Russia hacked into all our appliances. It's just toaster ovens and things just start blowing up, and nobody knows what the hell's going on because we're so stupid and we don't know how to make a phone that doesn't blow up, or we're so dumb and we trust and we don't protect, and Russia or Korea or whoever, or Julian Assange. Well, I guess he's not the guy that does the breaking in, but who knows what he does. So I just think it would be funny if all these appliances all over the world just started blowing up. I don't want anybody to die. I don't really want it to happen. It just would be funnier. Well, right now it's funny that there's clowns, or there were clowns all over the United States that were on the news and showing up and scaring people. It's like the most ridiculous news item. And Kim Kardashian faking a $10 million, $4 million, whatever it is, $1 million robbery of a jewels. What idiot walks around Paris, or what are you walking around with expensive jewelry? Women, you're so stupid. Yeah, women. Oh my God, are you generalizing? Oh yeah, women, and you men too with your bling, with the jewelry and the adornment. Just wear something that's worth a couple of bucks, with the millions of dollars of gold, carat plated, 24, heavyweight, stupid, bejeweled, diamonded, encrusted, monogrammed, stupid jewelry, watches, earring, bracelet crap. What's wrong with you out there? You're like a display model. You're like a live display model, and then you get robbed. You go, oh my God, I got robbed. It's just terrible. You know it's terrible? That you're an idiot, that you adorn yourself with expensive stuff. And then you leave it in your house, and when your house gets robbed, they go for the expensive stuff. What's wrong with you? Why do you spend all this money on expensive stuff? Oh, I had it in my jewelry box. Did you lock it in a safe with a combination? No. Well, you're an idiot. And then you walk around with it on your neck, or your wrist, and you're famous, and you got expensive bling. What do you know? What is the effect of expensive bling on your neck? $1 million necklace or a bra. Didn't that guy in India just get killed? The gold man? The guy that made his shirt gold? I can't even keep up with the stupidity. Didn't they kill him for his gold shirt? His gold shirt, gold man, whatever his name was. Stop with the bling. Stop with the adornment, with this stupidity. Oh, I got robbed. It's terrible. No, it's terrible they didn't just kill you. Oh, Dave, that's horrible. You shouldn't have said that. Because you're an idiot. You deserve to be robbed. Well, I don't know if anybody really deserves to be robbed. How many minutes do I have left here? Oh, 22:4. Wow, I only got a couple of minutes left. Goes by fast when I'm having fun. Not so much for you. So, Samsung now has the second series of phones that are blowing up on people, and they're going to stop making them. The fact that we know this is amazing to me. Why do we know that they failed to make a replacement phone? How, if you're the guy in charge of Samsung, if I'm the guy, forget about you, if I'm the guy in charge of Samsung, and the first phone fails, all right, here's what I do. Guys, we got to find a private place to make a second phone. I want us to concentrate. I don't want any distractions. We're going to work very hard. Remember the phone that we made before the phone that blew up? Remember the one that didn't blow up? We're going to go back to that model. I think it's called the 6. Let's just do, you know the phone that we made that blew up, number 7? We're going to go -1 back to 6. Don't tell anybody. Just get in that room in research and development. Close the doors. Don't talk to anybody. No comments. No tweeting. No nothing. And we're going to go and we're going to remake the Samsung 6. And if for some reason that starts to blow up, we're not going to tell anybody. We're going to go back to 5. We're just going to keep us subtracting. But we shouldn't have to go back further than 6 because that was the last one that we made that didn't blow up. 7 was the one that blew up. Is everybody in agreement? Yes. Oh, good. It's good. And you're not agreeing because I'm the boss, right? You're agreeing because you see that makes sense. 6, no blowing up. 7, blowing up. Go back to 6. It's like Chutes and Ladders, except it's bombs and explosions. It's that's the corporate game that we're going to play, called Bombs and Explosions. All right. Just go back to 6. But here's my thing. But somehow the word got out that they made a replacement phone for the 7 that blew up, and the replacement phone blows up. Why would you tell anybody that you failed? How does that even get out? Okay. So here's my other thing. Why did you tell anybody? Why didn't you just complete the phone the 7 Plus, and market it to the people who fight in ISIS. Why don't you just sell it to the enemy? Now Samsung would say, well, we don't have any enemy. Every consumer is a consumer. Well, yeah, I understand that, but we have a big problem in this world, and you could be a big help if you just secretly would offer a discount, a code, like ISIS, ISIS. If you're in ISIS and you want a really affordable phone, just you can order this online and use the code ISIS, ISIS 7, and you'll get this phone. Don't tell anybody it blows up. But the guys at ISIS are like, oh my God, we can get a Samsung 7 Plus for like $10. We just have to put in the code ISIS 7. Yeah, I want that phone. We need, here at the ISIS, we like to keep up with the technology, and we do a lot of talking on the phone. Sometimes we use phones to detonate pressure cookers. So we need a good phone, and they get expensive. We're very over budget with the blowing up of cars and explosive materials and expensive phones. But boy, that'd be great if we can get an ISIS 7 Plus for like $10 or even free. Just whatever crazy. Just tell everybody it's an introductory offer, but market it to ISIS guys, and then just to watch ISIS blow up. They'll do it. They would have fallen for it. So, and why doesn't Samsung just like do a Tony Stark thing? Just I don't know why I mentioned Tony Stark, because it's not a real character. But just start making defense weapons. Phones that blow up. Just do that. You're very successful at that. Just find a way to make a phone that blows up, and or other things that blow up. If you know how to make a phone blow up, you know how to make a washing machine. What does the military use? What does ISIS use? Whatever. They got a lot of uniforms out there. They're out in the desert. Yeah. Why don't you get the same battery? Listen, Samsung, I think they only make washing machines like LG, like Whirlpool, and all this. They make a lot of things. So, and all these things you make that ISIS buys, either throw in a free phone or just put the phone in the machine. I guess you got to turn the phone on, right? It wouldn't work. All right, so somehow incorporate that explosive technology into the panel of the washing machine or the toaster oven or whatever device, appliance, utensil that they purchase over there in the Middle East or wherever ISIS is. All right, that's enough. You get my point. I just think your failure at the dialing safe phone thing, but you're very good at the exploding, killing people thing. And right now, the United States of America could use your help, and you blew it. You blew it. You could have helped. You could have supplied ISIS with all those explosive phones. You have the trust, I think, or you had it. Now, maybe the Joker will use it in the next Batman. He likes those things, the exploding flour and the whoopee cushions and all that other stuff. So I would look for that in the next Batman movie. Look for Samsung to be a big sponsor with the exploding phone. All right, enough of that. I'm going to go. I'm tired. I hope you enjoyed episode 32. Maybe there'll be something with the word Samsung in the title. I have no idea. But either way, folks, when you get a chance, try to share this episode. Tell your friends, Mark, my one listener. Email me at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. If you're listening on the Spreaker app, click that little heart button to the left. Click like. Send me a comment one way or the other. And email me, dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. And don't forget to listen. And I want to hear your comments. You make the show better. And don't forget to listen to Pipe Dream on the Comedy Pipe Comedy Network. ComedyPipe.com. Wednesdays at 8 o'clock in New York State, wherever you are in the world. Goodbye. Good night. Good day. Good night. Goodbye. Good luck. Good riddance. Godspeed and great skills. Take care, everybody.